up, squad? MizzyWorld Entertainment is back to present another episode of Mad Mizzy Sports. We are the hosts. I'm Mad Mizzy, Quant Show Love, and Ron Money in the building. What's the deal, fellas?
What's going on, everybody?
Friday.
Yes, sir, man. It's crazy because the last episode we was here, we was Monday, and it was what's your old saying? Stupid Mondays. You know what I'm saying? Now we back with Friday. You feel what I'm saying? But you got a message before we jump into the rundown and everything, Q?
Yeah, again, what's going on, everybody? Special shout out to all our supporters. Special shout out to the chat. We missed you
Yes,
guys,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? But we back now. But
Yes,
guys,
sir.
if y'all looking to support the machine, remember you can always do that at through the Cash App, $ what up squad. Again, the official way to support the Mad Mizzy Sports Show is through the Cash App, $ what up squad. That's what it is, guys.
Yes, sir. And if you need any spelling on that, if you might miss that or whatever the case may be, it's always in the comment section. You dig what I'm saying? Before we jump into the rundown, because we got a lot of stuff to touch on, y'all already know the routine. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, that alert button, that like button, that share button, and get ready to comment on all the topics because we want to know what y'all thinking just as much as what we thinking. You dig what I'm saying? But we just starting it off with giving our guy Q some more flowers, man. His predictions since being on MadMizzy Sports has been spot on. You feel what I'm saying? And he called the Wolves, I believe he said in six, but happened in five. You dig what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I really when it comes to the predictions, I don't really go off of the games. I just go off of really if you get the correct team. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Q got it right on point. Back to back years. What a I want to say unpopular uh prediction, and it turned out to be true. So, floor is yours, Q. What did you see in that gentleman sweep that was handed down by your Minnesota Timberwolves on the Lakers?
Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, the Wolves and Fives, man. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen, guys. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell people. I've been on threads. You know what I mean? The night of, and it just was a bunch of people in there crying. You know what I mean? Real dropping real tears that the Lakers ain't in the playoffs. I mean, ever since the trade, we spoke about it here on the Mad Mizzy Sports Show. And I said it then. I believe that the Dollars had won that trade because I was like. Y'all, at first I ain't really understand the trade because I'm like, y'all gave up one player for another player. Like, I don't understand what Luka gonna do that AD couldn't do. I just didn't
Hmm.
understand it, right? So when they
Hmm.
go into the playoffs with this team without AD, with the addition of Luka, I'm still like, this not the team that's gonna get past nobody. If anything, y'all gave up y'all front linemen. Like y'all ain't got nobody down low who could grab boards, who could
Yep.
score at will. Y'all gave
Yep.
that up for a finesse player who like to dance around at the 3 point line and who could
Yep.
get to the free throw line every so often. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's all I see
Hmm.
with Luca. Yes, on the offensive side of things, he an executioner.
Magician.
But on
Right.
but on defense, he don't show up. It's like he be calling in, he be calling out.
Hmm.
Luca be calling out on defense. Yo, I don't play defense, coach. Yeah, what you mean you don't play
My
defense?
stomach hurt. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna go
saying?
out there, but don't expect much of me on defense. Like that's the type of energy I get from Luca. But anyway, outside of me, the only other person I can think of that's happy about this is Anthony Davis. So one shout out to Anthony Davis real quick. But as far as the game, AE ain't had the best game scoring, but he showed up on defense. He locked down. He a lockdown defender. You know what I mean? But overall, yeah, he did his thing in the series. But that last
Yep.
game, yeah, I mean, shout out to Julius Randle. He put up some big numbers. I don't even
Huge
think
bounce
last
back
week.
series for Julius Randle.
Jaden McDaniels, I feel like showed up game 5. If anything, though, I can shout out the whole Timberwolves team. It was the Lakers who didn't show up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
LeBron, he 40, man. I mean, what do we want from
Yep.
LeBron?
Yep.
I feel like LeBron brung it for who, for the situation he in. I feel like LeBron showed up. He just can't do it all, man. Unfortunately
Yep.
for LeBron, is always him overcompensating and he feeling like he ain't got the real help that is going to take for his team to win the championship this year. But oh man, I feel like everybody on the Lakers deserve blame. Everybody except for LeBron. I mean, the coach. It starts with the coach.
Hmm.
and then we could go and pick people that's not LeBron to place the blame on. But shout out to Minnesota
It's
for
not LeBron.
shout out to Minnesota for doing me one better. I don't know if it was 6 or 7, but if anything, I definitely had the Timberwolves winning this series, and they just shocked the world by doing it in 5. But did they really shock the world? Uh, yeah, I'm gonna say they did because a lot of people did have the Lakers beating the Timberwolves this series, including you guys. Y'all go
Yep.
ahead and take the floor. Y'all can take the floor.
You want to pass? You want to pass the mic to the losers, Ron? As the guys that made the wrong predictions, what did you see? Where did you see us going wrong at in our analysis and what we were seeing from this game? What did you see from the just the entirety of the series?
Well, I seen a better team, a better coaching team, and
Hmm.
and I and and
Yep.
and, and I see some acquire some acquire points. You know what I'm saying? Once they made this trade, their team got
Hmm.
not worse. I
Small.
mean, we thought it got better because they went on a run. They went from the
Hmm.
7 seed to the 2 seed, and then they
Hmm.
end up being a 3 seed. So it made their team better, but it also made their team worse. I mean, and then you
Hmm.
got LeBron coming out talking about, yeah, my guy AD already said that we needed a center, and he ended up getting
Hmm.
shit. Well,
Yep. Yep.
I
I was going to
mean,
talk about that
I
LeBron comment.
mean, you I understand you 40 and certain stuff you can't do now and all this, but when you put that Laker uniform on, the expectations is finals or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I don't want to hear
Especially
nothing
with
else.
two all stars, superstars. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Jordan
Especially
would
with
never,
two superstars.
especially with two superstars. I don't want to bring in Jordan, but I know and I understand Michael Jordan would never. If he had Magic or Bird on his team,
That ain't even Magic a Bird. That's like if he was on like the Wizards and they got like AI or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
come
man.
on, man.
Like,
If you put anybody that's averaging 30 with Jordan, they not losing. They not losing.
but I
And
mean, yeah, and I mean, for real, I do think what plays into that is the impact. We know Jordan don't play that. You gonna give some effort on defense, bro, or he's literally gonna punch you in the mouth at practice, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
and even if they
and
do
that's the same
lose,
with Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
right? And even if they do lose, they're not losing in the first round. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? They're
nah.
not losing in the first round. But
Hmm.
I'll just sit here and compare all this and all day. But this is just better coaching, a better
Yep,
team. Let's just hand the flowers to Minnesota.
for
When they
sure.
you want to speak on the trade, when they did this trade with Cat, and like I said, I was on the MadMizzy Sports, and I told Miz I think Minnesota won that
When
trade.
that trade, yep, yep, that's a fact.
and Julius
That was
Randle.
just before we got Q on as a, you know what I'm saying, consistent host with us.
Yeah, yeah. Even though I had the Lakers in 7, but the Minnesota came to win. They came to play, and they proved to the world why they should have been a 50-50 series because there was only one game back from the Lakers. It wasn't like the Lakers was
Yep,
the better team, you know
yep,
what I'm saying? They was
yep.
49 and 33. The Lakers was
Hmm.
50 and 32. So I mean,
Yep.
we could say they was neck and neck, but when you got LeBron and Luka on your team, it shouldn't be no first round exit. That's how I feel. But
That's the
shout
bottom
out to the
line,
Warriors,
bro.
shout out to Quants. You mean, hey Quants, keep that same energy, baby. Keep that same energy.
Ah, yeah, man. Again, giving Q his flowers, man. Hit the nail right on the head. I do think, for me, a glaring thing was the coaching as well and the immaturity from JJ Redick. You get what I'm saying? Like, come, like nobody in the history of basketball has played their starting five for the entire second half. You feel what I'm saying? And he did that with a LeBron James and now a Luka Doncic that you want to say is not in shape. So how smart was that? You feel what I'm
No,
saying? So as far as the trade goes, I think they made the trade for the consistency. At least you do know what you're gonna get from Luka Doncic. You never know what you're gonna get from AD. You feel what I'm saying? It's up, it's down. He injured, he not there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and then I think the other thing with the trade was that you made that trade straight up. Like, you don't get no draft capital back, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Just straight up for Anthony Davis, who's been in the league how much longer than Luka Doncic,
it
with
wasn't
how
like they was
much more injury history. Like, yeah, he
right.
shows he balled when he out there, but he also showed hurt immediately as soon as he get out there. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's what they kind of made the trade for. But it's, I mean, we've been shining a light on this, and we've said this. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to make a rash, bold statement just off of one game, but this is back-to-back playoff runs for me, and this is why, in my opinion, we probably got to put AD as the third best player in the NBA right now. You know, for the most part, it's been consensual that it probably goes Jokic, Giannis, Luka. I think we got to put Ant behind Giannis right now. You feel what I'm saying? Because of his impact on the game, like Q said, even when he don't score. You feel what I'm saying? 0 for
Right.
11, I think, from three in that game. They had one of the worst shooting three games in NBA history. I think the worst shooting game in NBA history. But it's the tenacity, it's the belief that Anthony Edwards instills in everybody. I don't think Rudy Gobert goes out there and has 27 points and 24 rebounds, 9 offensive rebounds with anybody else that's leading them. And we've seen that before. You feel what I'm saying? He just don't be that dominant when he was playing with Donovan Mitchell. Who else? He played with some other, you know what I'm saying, great players.
Yeah, he
But
did.
Ant leading them. You feel what I'm saying? He putting that energy in them. You feel what I'm saying? And then I mean, the Lakers, they again with JJ, I just don't see how you put in a player that you haven't played all year over Jackson Hayes when everybody that's watching the game seeing y'all getting killed, bro.
You ain't playing
You seeing
January.
Luca can't stay in front of nobody. You put in what the fuck is the boy name? I forgot his
Maxi
name, but
Kleber,
yeah,
Maxi.
Kleber. Like, come on,
Like,
bro.
this man ain't playing January.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing, JJ? You feel what I'm
Like,
saying?
come
So I
on.
think JJ got to look at himself in the mirror after this series and say, okay, I got to make some adjustments, maybe not be so extreme in my decisions because listen, that's just some extreme decision making that he made in those final two games. And Luca definitely got to look at himself. You got traded, and now your head coach is saying like y'all not in championship shape, and we know who that's directed towards. So I think those two players got to look at, or those two individuals out of the Lakers, the most got to look at themselves.
Yeah,
Big
but
flowers to Ant too, though, man. Big flowers
oh,
to Ant,
flowers
man.
the end. But there's a lot of people out there making excuses for Luca, saying that moving forward, you got to build the team around him. But then it's going to be more so like the AI situation in Philly. Like you going to have a superstar there. You're going to try to surround him with what some
Wow.
defenders who can't shoot,
Yeah.
or a dominant big who can't shoot free throws. It's like yo, these superstars come around every so often, man. They're not in every draft.
Right.
You might get a good player in every draft, but you're not gonna get a a era changing player every draft. They don't come around that often, man.
That
So
was,
For sure.
and that
And
was
what
he
Big
got to
J
open
professional.
his
doing?
mind up to a different game. He got to be more effective without the ball in his hands. I agree with that, Q. You watch the games, there's no you just clearly see him pounding a rock, almost like James Harden back in the day. You feel what I'm saying? And then when you don't have the ball in your hands, you just standing there with your thumb
Mhm.
up your ass. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro, set some picks, cut, do
Right.
something. You feel what I'm saying? So
On
you've
the
been
court.
Set
playing
some
ball.
pick.
You for real though, Q. You feel what I'm saying? Like we see this with all the greats. Like they find a way to impact the game. You feel what I'm saying? So
But maybe him
especially
coming
if you're
from
not going to be that
overseas.
dominant on the defensive end.
Maybe him coming from overseas in Europe, that maybe nobody over there play real defense over there. I
I
mean, he just got
mean,
this passive personality where if he ain't got the ball in his hands, it ain't basketball to him. I don't know what his excuse is. All I know is
you said that
Minnesota
shit ain't
keep
ball.
Minnesota keep up the momentum, and
Yeah.
if Golden State get their series over tonight, Minnesota, y'all got a better team on your hands. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect another 4-1 series, but I'm not also expecting a 7-game series neither. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I mean that's only
I
leaving
like Steph,
one
but
other option.
I like it's only one other option, baby. 4-2 T Wolves. No, but although I want Golden State to win the chip, but if it's anybody who could eclipse that Steph Curry fandom is AE, man, because I think he the future.
Mhm,
I think
for
he the
sure.
future.
For sure. Yeah, man, and he's definitely gaining fans over these past few playoff runs. Like I said, Legend Slayer. You feel what I'm saying? And then KD, then Jokic, then LeBron this year. Might have an opportunity at Steph Curry in the next round. This his boys, he's
That
putting a
is the
stamp
truth.
on the game. You feel what I'm
That's
saying? So shout out to AE, man.
Gotta come
Who
with
would
a
you
win
rather
back.
have though, as a Minnesota fan? Who or not a Minnesota fan, but somebody that's looking towards who they could possibly face? Who do you think would be the tougher matchup for the Minnesota Timberwolves,
the
Rockets, or
tougher
the Warriors?
the tougher matchup will probably be the youth. I'm gonna go Amen Thompson and the Rockets.
That tenacity, they gonna match that athleticism too.
Yeah,
You feel what
it
I'm
might be a
saying? That
little
length,
harder to beat the Rockets. Not saying that Golden State can't win it, because Golden State could beat either
but they
team,
small too.
but they small. They got
They
Yeah,
some stuff that
small.
could, and
They
they
small.
older at certain divisions. Could you imagine
Right.
who Steph Curry going to stick? You
Yep.
can't put
Right.
Steph on AE.
Oh no, hell
Right.
no, hell no.
So you
I
gonna have to
think
put
he'll give
Steph
more of
on.
an effort. He definitely giving more of an effort than Luca though. But
Oh, you
Yeah,
put
yeah,
him on
yeah.
old ass Mike
That's the
Conley. You
truth.
not putting him
That's the
on
truth.
AE.
yeah, that
You're
that
not
was the
putting
problem. You know what I'm
him
saying?
But
Luca
that might
fucking
be where they
cone out
go
there,
wrong
John.
at. Putting Mike Conley might got robbed the bench this series. Cause my thing is Mike Conley, you just as old as those dudes on the Warriors, man. And
Yeah.
we don't need no setbacks out there. We need young and we need energetic energy. But I do think the Rockets will be a harder matchup though. I think the Rockets is more inclined to take the Wolves to 7 than Golden State.
Oh,
Especially if they was to come back from 3-1 on the Warriors, they fucking confidence will be through the roof. You feel what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So we'll see. Let's get over to Indiana, where they had a historic comeback in Game 5 to eliminate the Pacers, down 7 points with 35 seconds left. I was just astonished at this comeback. What's y'all take away from the series in general? And is Giannis out? Should he be out? Is he out? What's y'all prediction on Giannis?
I'm gonna start off about how I feel about the series. Y'all do know here on the Man Mizzy Sports Show, your man Quan Show Loves
Yes,
had
sir.
the Pacers winning in 6. They did me one better again. They did it in
Mm-hmm.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to
Congrats again. Congrats again.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Y'all see, I didn't put my hat on though when I made my predictions about the Bucks. I wasn't too confident.
It wasn't that. It was more so Dame not being there at the beginning, and I was basically saying if a healthy Dame was there, I would have had the Bucks in 7. But once I heard that Dame wasn't there at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, I'm like, the Pacers got this. Their
Mm-hmm.
unit, their team, and they've been
Yep.
doing it on this level for some time now. You know what I mean? They
Yep.
won the in-season tournament like a year or two ago. They always in the
Yep.
playoffs, and they always go deep in the playoffs. So they got that camaraderie. I know they even though they might look light, but they heavy though. You know what I mean? I hate to use that
Facts.
lyric. The Pacers look light. Like when you look at the Pacers, they're not a scary team, but they
right.
should be because they got that cohesion thing going
Mm-hmm.
on with them. Uh, y'all can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. But in terms of the series, yeah, man, it got goofy. I thought they had that last game. I'm texting y'all in the chat like, yo, this shit over. Pacers in 6. But they came back, and not only did they do it once that game, they did it twice.
Twice. Yep.
Like down by like 6 points with like 40 seconds left, and another scenario, they was down 4 with
Yep.
like
The
10
end of the
seconds
fourth
left.
and then in overtime. Yep.
Yeah, so it was like, man, this team would not go away. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
That's why Giannis was so pissed. He swore they at least had one more game back at Milwaukee.
Yeah,
He was like,
how
"What the fuck,
they would not go
bro?"
away. This team would not go away. So shout out
Hell
to
no.
Indiana for being
Yep.
relentless, man. Because when you in these playoffs, man, you gotta be
That's what it
relentless.
take. That fight, that heart, that grit.
That grit, the team with the most grit gonna win every time, especially if they shots going in. Oh, we
Yep.
talking blowouts. But
Hmm.
yeah, the Bucks was doomed from the beginning, man. So this ain't no
Hmm.
surprise to me. And do I think Giannis is coming back? Uh, that's hard to say right now, man. Do you expect to win the chip? Is him expecting to win the chip is in the equation? Because if that's an equation, then no, he shouldn't come back. I think he should bounce. His brother not on the team no more. The team that he once knew. Once they get rid of Brook
Yeah,
Lopez and
Brooke
Bobby
is. Yeah, Brooke
Portis,
about to be. Yep, Brooke and Bobby about to be free agents. Dame gonna be out all next year.
yeah, you did your thing for the you paid your debts to
12
society. You brung the
seasons.
city
My
of
biggest thing.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin,
Yep,
the championship.
championship. Yep.
Yeah,
Shout
you
out
take
Milwaukee. Y'all show love too, man. Out there, man. That's a crazy motherfucking vibe out there, John. Shout out the city of Milwaukee, man.
one time for Milwaukee, but yeah, it's time for Giannis to resign or they need to give him his walking papers because you're not gonna win a championship no time soon in Milwaukee, not currently constructed.
Yeah,
What you
man.
see, Ryan?
Yeah, my takeaway was we got eliminated by the Pacers for second straight year. So obviously we ain't better than this team. So me going Bucks and 7 was just bad analysts. You know what I'm saying? My bad, Tyrese.
My
My bad.
bad.
My bad. And losing that game when you up 7. Hey, Doc, what the fuck is you doing, bro? How
That
did
was
we
you.
lose?
If you was watching that game, you know that was Gary Trent though, man. He choked, bro. He pulled. the two turnovers at the last end was all his fault. It's like, bro, what do you do after having a great overtime? That was the sickening part. It was like he damn near won the game. Then he was like, no, matter of fact, I don't even want to play no more, bro. I'm
I
trying to
already
go
got
on
my
vacay.
I already got my
I already got my plans booked, bro. Matter of fact, I'm tripping.
I
I'm
already got my
Yeah,
tripping right
Gary
now.
Trent
plans.
messed that
Hold
money up,
on,
bro.
I
Gary
got
Trent
my
definitely
plans
messed that
too.
money up.
Two back-to-back turnovers in under what, 10
Yeah,
seconds, bro?
10 seconds. Yeah, under 10 seconds. Yeah.
yeah, he
That's
messed that money up.
ridiculous, bro.
Bring the ball up over half court. The game is over. We
Yep.
don't even got to score. All we
Yeah,
got to do is
all you gotta do is catch that ball right there.
run
Game
the
over.
ball, run the clock out. We don't have to score. We up
Yep, he
7.
gonna get fouled. He a good foul shooter. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Man,
Yep.
you're missing free throws.
The first
Just get
joint,
the
all you gotta do is hold on to the ball. Don't try to pass it, bro. They gotta foul you. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
We don't have to score. Just hold on to the
yep,
ball.
yep. The
But
ball is the most important thing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just
but
like
shout out to
football,
the
any other sport. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta have the ball, that's the most important prize. You feel what I'm saying?
ball in. Just get the ball in bounds. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to this
Yep,
Pacers team, man. This
yep.
team is good, man. This
Mm-hmm.
team is real good. They scary good.
Yep.
Cause like Quant
Mm-hmm.
said, ain't no. You look on this roster, you be like, all right, look at these
Mm-hmm.
bums. I ain't gonna say bums, but damn, it's like
Mm-hmm.
who the star?
Yep.
You're like who the star? All right, we playing the Pacers. All right, and look, the young boys then ran us off the court. Oh, these boys
Yeah,
really strong. It's like
That's the
man,
thing. They do play to their name. They play with a bunch of pace. You feel what I'm saying? Up and down the fucking floor. You feel what I'm saying?
shout out to
Uh,
what's the coach name? What's the coach
Frank
name?
ain't Frank Vogel back over there coaching them?
Frank Vogel.
Yep.
Yep, shout out to Frank Vogel when he had to go through that LeBron nonsense. Shout out to
Yep.
Frank Vogel.
He a champion though. You know what I'm saying? Championship head coach. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, my takeaway though, as a person that was rooting for the Bucks, y'all know I love me some Dame. I love some Giannis, man. They was old. They was old, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking like, especially, and y'all know I love Dame, bro. But we on the East Coast, so like when he was in Portland, I would stay up to watch his games, but I'm not. You feel what I'm saying? As in tuned as if like as he came over to the East Coast, because the game started earlier. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, his defense is horrendous, and he played great in that game that I went in Game 3. You feel what I'm saying? But outside of Giannis, like everybody else is like they got so many defensive liabilities. You feel what I'm saying? They get into the bucket at ease, and yeah, you might have Brook there, but then Brook's so slow, all they start to do is pick and roll and pull him out, and he getting chopped up. You feel what I'm saying? So they gonna lose Brook. They gonna lose Bobby Portis 9 times out of 10. Dame out for the whole year. It's looking bad, man. The one thing I will say, I don't think he leaving the Eastern Conference. I don't think he running away from that Indiana smoke. I don't think Giannis gonna let his Eastern Conference run or reign end by him getting outed in back-to-back seasons, even though he was hurt last year. But I mean, y'all lost in 5 this year. You dominated the series. So I mean, I don't know if Chicago sound good to y'all. Miami, I don't know,
I
somewhere on the
don't know,
East Coast, you
man.
feel what I'm saying? But
I don't know. I think you don't underestimate the Lakers. I feel like anytime you got
oh, for sure,
a
for
big
sure.
agent, a big market free agent out
Don't
there,
go
the
to
Lakers
sleep.
And
always got a chance.
they can always woe him. You
Don't
feel
go
what I'm
to
saying?
sleep.
Yeah,
He's not dumb. He's a NBA historian. He know what
because
it
they
means
got
to
Luca. They're
become a
not
Laker.
rebuilding. They're
Yep,
not
yep. And
rebuilding
he
with
gonna be the
Luca.
he gonna cover up for all his deficiencies. You feel? Or I
It,
mean, listen, we thought that was gonna be the same with Dame, but I don't know. We gonna
they're not gonna
we'll
rebuild.
see.
They're not gonna
Yeah, yeah.
rebuild with Luca. They're
The
not
Buck.
gonna rebuild with Luca. They're gonna try to acquire a free agent. They're gonna,
Oh hell yeah,
mortgage.
hell
They're
yeah.
gonna keep
But the
mortgaging
Bucks
their
ain't got no
future.
picks, so
They're gonna
they
keep
gonna want
Right.
mortgaging their
players back.
future though. They're
They
gonna
want
keep
players
mortgaging the
back.
future. They're gonna keep
You know what I'm
mortgaging the
saying?
future.
So
I was gonna say Golden State. You could send Jonathan Kaminga and the rest of the bench over there and some draft picks. They be good. You got to take it. You have
yeah,
to
Yeah,
take it.
yeah.
you good.
I like that. I mean, Eric, that's been a rumor for a few years is him going over to Golden State. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, that would just be ridiculous.
I
But
love it.
I do think that just seeing how it ended and John Halliburton, I don't think Giannis gonna lead the East. I don't. That's my prediction. You know what I mean? That's my
So
prediction. You
where he
feel what I'm
go though?
saying?
So if he don't lead the East, who need him on the East?
Like I said, I don't know. Maybe Chicago. You feel what
Oh,
I'm saying? Maybe Miami. Trade Bam. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't know if him and Bam would mix, but Tyler Hero out there. You feel what I'm saying? Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra. You feel what I'm saying? And I think they
I
got
heard the
some
Knicks.
draft capital. Knicks.
I heard the Knicks is
Eh,
on there, but I don't think the Knicks. I don't think the Knicks got picks though. They. Knicks don't got no picks. So
I
how
don't
would they
think the
end up
Bucks
getting?
want picks because those picks would go to somebody else anyway. They just want
Okay.
players. Yeah, so but yeah, they was old. Pacers was young. They the young Lions. They took over and congrats to the Indiana Pacers, man. Congrats.
Yeah, if I'm Giannis, I'm
I don't
getting the
agree
fuck
with
up out of here.
Halliburton being voted the most overrated player in the NBA. Way to shut him
And
up,
who was
Halliburton.
that?
You feel what I'm saying? The most overrated player voted on by his peers, bro. That's what the other
That's
players think in the NBA. He the most overrated player. That's wild.
no,
You feel what I'm
that's
saying?
hard.
So facts,
No,
facts.
no.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he kind of proved that the Pacers won that trade with Sabonis and Tyrese Halliburton. So I don't
Right,
see how you
Yeah,
can say
right,
he the most.
right.
You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
So.
yeah.
The motherfucking the Kings done blew up by now. You feel what I'm saying? They got all different types of stars. You know what I'm
Yeah,
Right.
saying?
yeah.
That whole team about to get blown up.
Facts. Let's get over to that Knicks Pistons game, man. What a shot by Jalen Brunson. What a move on Asor Thompson, man. What would y'all take away from the Knicks ending the Pistons in 6?
If you one of them
Mm.
people that believe in numbers and analytics, that's the analytics got him the most clutch player in the postseason period, and
I
that's
mean,
what
he
his
won the
game.
Clutch Player of the Year award.
So that's who he is. He clutch, you know what I'm
Yep,
saying? So shout out to Jalen Brunson for being clutch, man, because it take a special type of talent, a special type of character to always rise to the occasion. A lot of
for
dudes don't
sure.
even want that shot. My man
Nope.
said, "Give it to me." He be on his Jay-Z. Give me that sweet, that nasty, that good shit.
Yeah.
Move out my way and let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do.
Yep.
They give him a rock. He dance, he shuffle, he shoot, and go in, and they win. So the person I feel bad about is Twin. Cause Twin gonna have to look at that. He gonna have to look at that for the rest of his life. The other
Yep.
twin in Houston gonna have to remind people that wasn't me, yo. That was my brother.
Facts.
Yeah, he had the nigga brother out there
In the
slipping and
future and shit,
sliding.
no, bro, that
That ain't
highlight
me.
ain't me.
We look
That
alike.
ain't me.
We look alike, but that ain't me. That was
Right.
my brother. Cause that's gonna be on
Yeah.
the highlights forever. He was slipping and
Fact
sliding.
cracked him.
Damn near hit
Cracked
his
him,
face on
bro.
the hardwood. Almost hit his face on the hardwood.
Facts. For the
My
game
man
winning
just
three. Splat.
game winning three, left-handed style. So that's why I
Shout
feel
out Ryan Money.
that's why I feel the most bad about my man the Sword Thompson, man. I mean, he just got it. He a part of history now. On the
Yep.
wrong side of it, but he a part of
Yep.
it. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
but shout out to Detroit and closing that out. Again, I mean, shout out to the Knicks and closing that out. Again, I had the Knicks at what 6 or 7.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Looking
I
at it,
mean,
I
so
believe you went undefeated. You went undefeated so far.
so far I ain't have a loser yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right here on
Yep.
the
Yep. You
MadMizzy
going
Sports
undefeated
Show.
so far. Yes,
Let's see
sir.
how
Yes,
undefeated.
sir.
That's what I'm saying. I be trying telling people, y'all. I be trying telling people. I be trying telling people. But anyway,
Listen.
that was a
Yep.
great series though, man. Even though Detroit, they couldn't, you know, piece it together to at least last one more game. It still was an overall great series, man. Detroit got
It was
grit.
the better
Detroit
team.
got heart. Kate Cunningham is still learning. Cause I feel like there's a lot to be learned for him because he is the star of that team moving forward. Like we all can say this is Kate Cunningham's team for real, for real.
Hmm.
And why you
Oh, for
got
sure.
everybody
By
that
far.
y'all and why y'all got everybody that little nucleus y'all got, I'm sure y'all gonna be able to add pieces to it. Like you said in the last segment, Miz. What if Giannis find his way
Oh, yeah, in Detroit. Oh my
to Detroit?
goodness. Oh my
That'd be
goodness. And then
nasty.
you'll have Cade
Kate
that he could just go
Cunningham.
at Tyrese too. You like, no,
Oh
bro, you
man,
handle that
Kate
one. You feel what I'm
Cunningham with
saying? Oh
Giannis
my
and all the
goodness.
little
Yeah,
jump
that's
three
a
point shooters
I
that
don't
they
know
got
who
around them.
I'd take a sword. And I'd take a sword if I was Milwaukee. I'd take a sword back. You feel what I'm
No,
saying? And maybe somebody else.
I'm
I know
trying to
Pistons
keep a
probably wouldn't
sword.
give up a sword. Yeah,
I'm
Pistons
trying to
probably ain't
keep a
giving up a
sword.
sword. Facts.
It was
Facts.
bad for
That's
history,
the that's
but
the
no,
one
we
that
ain't
they'd
gonna
go
give
for
up.
though. That's the piece that'll make it happen. Is a
He
sword
the
going back
dog.
for
He
him.
the dog that you gonna need moving forward. You got to keep a sword. You got to give up
Hell yeah,
Tobias
hell
Harris
yeah.
though. Tobias Harris got to
Oh,
go.
I don't think Milwaukee taking that.
I
Fuck
mean, I
out of
think
They
he
here.
had
played well
to buy
enough.
what? Click
I think he played well enough to go help somebody else.
to
he
who?
played he
No,
played well
bro.
enough to go help somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
You good.
But you got to get Giannis. You got to get Giannis if you Detroit.
Yeah, I think that's a
You
yep.
got to get
That's one I
Giannis.
overlooked. Yep, that's a great point. Great point.
What you guys
Go
think?
ahead,
I
Ron.
mean,
We all had the
All right.
Knicks, so we all sitting good in this segment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, right. I went with the Knicks in seven. I mean, it should have went seven. Thanks to the
Hmm.
referee, they got robbed in Detroit for what was that
I
game
was gonna
four?
say it was that game four. Yeah, what was that Saturday? I believe Saturday night
Yeah, yeah,
or Saturday
yeah.
afternoon.
I, you see something like this, it can't determine a series, and that game really determined the series because once
Hmm.
they dropped that game, they had to work extra harder to win Game Five in New York, which they did, which they should have been
Hmm.
up the series 3-2, and the series should have been going back to New York 3-3, but here or there, it didn't happen. You know, they made their calls. New York come out with the series, but I was talking to my guy. I was trying to tell him Jalen Brunson is the best guard in the East.
By
It's
far,
time. It's time we start giving this man his flowers. Man.
by
He's
far.
really that guy. He is that guy, man. And
Yep.
you know me,
Top. He
I'm
might.
fully,
He probably top three in the league right now. You feel what I'm
For
I
saying?
sure.
would, yeah,
As
for
far as
sure.
guards.
As far as guards, he has to be top three in the league. I wouldn't take no other guard over him besides Curry in AE if you want to get technical. If AE a guard,
Right. Maybe four then, because I'd probably say SGA ahead of him too. So probably four, but you feel what I'm saying? Well, not
right?
probably. SGA definitely ahead of him, but
That
yeah, he
that
there. He there though. You know what I'm saying?
it's
That's
probably
for
But if you
damn
talking
sure.
about point guard specifically, if you talking about point guard, he up there. He top three point guards on the East for sure.
Oh no, he
oh
the
yo,
best in the East. He the best in the East.
yeah,
He by
best in the
far the
East.
best in the East.
Boy, the best point guard in the East. There's nobody better
Yeah.
than him. There's nobody better than
And like you said, top three in the league. Because you said AE not a point guard, he's a shooting guard
Right.
now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a two.
So
That's a
so
two.
like I said, SGA, who Steph Curry. That's it.
Yep.
That's
Agreed.
Cause he
Agreed.
got heart, Ryan, and he always answer the
Killer.
call. I don't care if I don't care if you go down swinging, but just go
Hmm.
down swinging. You know
him.
what I
Right.
mean?
And
Just
I
go
don't.
down swinging.
Hmm.
Just try. Just
But
keep
I
trying.
think they won this
Yep.
game because JB Bickerstaff took Thompson out the game, which made
Hmm.
them go on an 11-1 run. You can't do
Hmm.
that. You gotta go. You gotta go what's
Ride your
working.
horses.
Yeah,
And
you
Yep.
Thompson
gotta
their
ride
Ride
the
your
best
horses.
horses.
defender. He their best defender.
Yeah,
Yep.
you
He
have
one
to
their
give
Yep.
best
him more
defender.
By
pressure.
far.
He's your
Like you
best
said, the
defender.
twins is
And he's
special.
your
You know what I'm
best
saying?
scorer.
Both
So
of them.
you
Both of them.
you
Yep.
have you have to match that intensity. And JB
Yep.
Bickerstaff took him out. Bort the Tim Hardaway Jr. in for no reason. No,
Yep.
no point reason, bro. We was
Hmm.
winning by 6.
Hmm.
You stay
But
with
Tim
the you stay
Hardaway
with
was
the
cold though. He just
you was
was
cold,
cold.
cold,
He
man.
was cold. He was
Bro,
cold.
Yep.
Biggest
Yep. You
staff
got to
lost
read the
this
room.
game,
Got to
man.
read the game.
And
Now
Detroit was the
Malik
best.
Beasley, even though Malik Beasley was missing, but he was making, so he would like make every third shot. You know what I'm saying? Enough to
Hmm.
keep him around, cause he was
Yep.
missing too. But
Hmm.
he made him more often than Tim. I think Tim Hardaway at a point was like 0 for 6, 0
Get
for
out.
Hmm.
7 from it was
Yep.
retarded.
And he be chucking deep Jones too. You feel what I'm saying? They be long rebounds. You feel what I'm saying?
They
That get
don't
the
be
Knicks out there running.
contested all the time. They don't be contested
No,
all the time.
most of
But
the time, no.
the way they was missing though, you would have sworn they was contested.
Bro.
They was just coming off
JB
the rim,
Bickerstaff
bro.
lost
His
this
shots
game,
just kept
man.
coming off the rim.
JB
Hmm.
Bickerstaff lost this game, and the referee lost the series for the Pistons. But shout out to Detroit, man. This team gonna be crazy, man. I like that.
Yep. If,
I like that team, man. They young and coming, man. They young and coming.
yep.
Keep us full of Thomas. Them Thompsons brothers, man. Them
Them
Serious.
twins,
That's why I'm so
they
mad that
crazy.
my
They
man
wild.
on the
boys,
highlight reel for the rest of his career
them,
because that
them
wasn't supposed to
boys,
Facts.
happen. Not
them
too
boys
Facts.
sure,
good,
bro.
man.
They too good.
Yep. Yep. Like I said, if I'm Milwaukee, I'll take a sword. I'll take a sword for for Giannis. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta keep
I'll take that. You feel
Detroit.
me?
Do not give up a
If
sword,
that's if
Detroit.
that's if that's what you throwing in the equation, I listen to it. You feel what I'm saying?
He was doing Jalen
But I'm with you. I'm
Brunson.
also with Q. If I'm Detroit, matter of fact, I don't know, bro. I ain't giving up a sore. But
Cause Kane not going to defend the other team best players. You still need a Pippen s type of player
yep.
that
And
you can
he
stick on.
he he's so long. He can defend so many positions
Yeah, you
from.
gotta
Yep.
keep
Yep.
though with Cade
Yep.
though. You gotta keep him
Yep.
with Cade. Him and Cade,
Hmm.
they the future of
Yep.
Detroit.
He
Facts.
was the
Shout out to
enforcer up,
Detroit.
man.
I felt bad for Detroit, man, because like Ron said, they did get burnt in that game four in Detroit, and they still, I mean, although they won two playoff games this year, uh, they won them both on the road. So the city of Detroit still hasn't experienced a playoff victory since the Chauncey Billups days of the
Right.
Detroit Pistons and Sheed Wallace from our home city. You feel what I'm saying? You're welcome,
Shout out to
Detroit. You
Sheed.
feel me?
Right.
Y'all ain't crack until y'all made that trade for Sheed. You feel what I'm saying? You're welcome again. But love the city of Detroit. I wish I would have got to experience a playoff win, at least like the Bucks. You feel what I'm saying? In the city, you feel what I'm saying, to get to celebrate. Because once you get that win, you be delusional. You feel what I'm saying? And just to be delusional for that one night is worth it. You feel what I'm saying? And I did think that. I mean, it's not even what I think. The NBA has already came out and said it should have been a foul. It should have been a foul. So yeah, the sad part about that is it's almost like the pass interference with the Saints and the Rams a couple years ago. Can't go back
Yeah.
and play the game. You feel what I'm saying? When you miss a major call like that, it's just sad and it hurt. You feel what I'm saying? But it's also on the Pistons, man, because they was up big. I mean, not
Fact.
big, but comfortable leads in all of those games, in my opinion, heading into the fourth quarter. You feel what I'm saying? But besides, I believe, what was that, game three? I think game three in Detroit, they kind of got rid of them a little bit. But other than that, they was coming in up 8, 6 points with 4 or 5 minutes left, and then Mr. Clutch are coming, Batman, whatever the fuck you want to
Mhm.
call Jalen Brunson, Superman. That man was coming in and taking over every fourth quarter like Anthony Edwards. You feel what I'm saying? 8 40-point games, bro, in his playoff career already. This bull crazy, bro. Like he's a maniac. You know what I'm saying? We got to get this man this prop 8, bro. That's a ridiculous amount. That's the same amount as Steph, Devin Booker. You feel what I'm saying? I think only like 4 behind Kevin Durant. Like, bro, like that's ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? So tip my cap
Another loss for the Mavericks.
to
Another
Jalen
loss for the
Brunson
Mavericks.
and the cat, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's give a props to Julius Randle. Let's give props to Cat, Carl Anthony Towns, because they both came in with like some heavy clouds hanging over their playoff resume, and they both had great series, though. Like,
That's the
the
truth.
Knicks don't win, or the Timberwolves don't win if they don't perform the way that they perform. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to those dudes, and I think we got to call that trade a win-win. You feel what I'm saying? Like Minnesota kind of did
Right.
it to free up cap space, but it did make them way more like
Gritty.
interchangeable, way more athletic, exactly, way more gritty. The defense is way more stout. You feel what I'm saying? And then with the Knicks, like if Cat gonna be performing like that and hitting shots like that, that's exactly what they need with a Jalen Brunson type. You feel what I'm saying? So win-win on that side, yeah, man. Shout out to both teams.
Shout out to both teams.
Cavs
Another
dominate
loss for the
round one,
Mavericks.
no man. What you say?
I said another loss for the Mavericks too, because they
Yeah.
had Jalen Brunson too, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And I think they had him like when his contract was they were supposed to give him an extension, and they said they didn't want to
Yeah.
give him like 40 mil a year. It might not have been even 40. I think it might have been 20 mil a year, but over like 2 3 years. And they was like, no. Then he had that great playoff run the next year with Luca when they got eliminated
Yeah.
in the what was yeah, they had that playoff run, and
Luka got
then
hurt. Yeah, because Luka got hurt and he won the
yeah,
Mavs
because
two
Luca got
games.
hurt. Yep, against
Yeah.
Utah. Yep, and then
Yep.
that's when New York was like, and then he was
Okay.
already at that point. They couldn't give him like 20 mil a year. He was worth too much. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Cavs dominate round one, no man. I want to know from y'all. Are we overlooking the Cavs? Are we feeling a little bit different about if they do face the Celtics? That was a dominating round one and impressive in my opinion. What do y'all think about the Cleveland Cavaliers and their performance in round one?
Well, shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers for getting busy on the Miami Heat. Got them right out the way. You know what I'm saying? They don't need
Yep,
to make a
quick
small
joint.
thing a big thing. They kept it pushing on them. But in terms of them being better than the Celtics, or are we undervaluing Cleveland? No, we're not undervaluing Cleveland. It's just that when you're a team as solid as the Celtics, you know what I mean, that's properly rated, you know what I mean, as the best team in the league, which they is, until otherwise, they 1B or two. They two. No, they not 1B, they two. They
Yeah,
ain't
they
no one
too.
name, they two.
Yep,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yep.
Yeah, they
saying?
Yeah, you gotta
too.
at least have a chip to be
Yeah, at
one
least yeah,
B.
to be considered a 1B, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't
Yeah,
won
Yeah. Right.
nothing since
They
yep,
LeBron.
too.
So
yep.
uh
Right.
so
Right.
for me, it's Celtics one, Cavs two. But if it is a team out there that can catch the Celtics sleeping, at least while they dealing with injuries, I don't want to make too much of a big thing of these injuries because they all subjective. But
Hmm.
Right.
if they could say that Tatum arm hurt, but Tatum could still come out and score 35, and like, what
Had one
about
of
your
his
arm?
best
Damn, you know
playoff
what I
series
mean?
of his career in the first round, and they
Yeah,
was saying he
injuries
was
only
hurt the whole
matter when
damn
it's not.
series.
the injuries only matter when the shot's not going in. When your shot's
Yep,
not
I was
going
hurt.
in, oh man, his pinky was hurt, his jaw was
Right.
hurt. No, when that
My
shit was going in,
jaw.
when the shots was going in, nobody even mentioned his pinky being hurt. You know what I'm saying? So but no, for me, it's the Celtics one, and like I said, man, long as Porzingis there,
Hmm.
Al Horford there
Healthy.
still being well, Iron Man, yo, his name should be the Iron Man. That should have been Al Horford nickname because he's
Facts.
still solid. Even in his later years in his career, he's still a super solid player. They
I hate
Did
got
they win
Chicago.
back to back at Florida? Y'all remember
I want
that?
to
Did they
say
win back to
yeah.
back
Yeah,
at Florida, or did they
yeah,
only win one?
yeah.
They won
No,
back
they
to
went
back,
back to
right?
back.
I want to
Yeah,
say it went
Yeah.
back to back when he was there.
Yeah,
they
two
went back to
national
back.
championships, a final
They got the six
finals
man of the
chip.
year, Peyton Pritchard. They got infinite shooting on the bench. They got like 3, 4 dudes that could come in and put up 5 threes easily. So for me, not just the starting five of the Celtics is the Celtics plus they bench. They just the deepest team in the NBA right now. So I don't see no team
Facts.
eclipsing the Celtics. Not right now.
Facts.
Unless we talking AE in the championship game, but then I'm gonna have to reserve my opinion until then. If AE make it to the
Hey.
chip, I'm riding with Minnesota, guys. I'm sitting right here on it, man.
Against the
If
Celtics?
Minnesota make it to the chip, I'm riding with them
Against the Celtics?
against anybody. Do you believe? Do you
Do you
believe?
believe?
Dog, Anthony Edwards is like Michael Jordan, Ryan. You keep disrespecting them. You sit here. I say these outlandish statements. You try to call me out on it for real? Yeah, for
My,
real. AE is
my man,
special.
my man Curry already killed the Celtics, so
You talking
it
about
won't
Steph
be
Curry.
nothing.
You talking about Steph Curry, and I'm talking about Michael Jordan. You talking
Come
about
on.
Steph Curry, and I'm talking about Michael Jordan.
When Jordan won his first chip, how old was he?
What? He at
28?
least like 27, 28. Yeah, so
Yeah.
my man is ahead of schedule. Yes, my man is ahead of schedule. Yes.
All right,
Facts.
no,
Shout out, Ant, man.
he's gonna win the chip now. I ain't gonna say that. I don't want to put that pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? But
If he
what
win
he
this
doing,
one, they
what he
win in
doing
the
is very
next
impressive.
five. If they
Alhamdulillah.
win this one this year, they gonna win the next five. Straight.
This,
Straight.
this boy, like he already
Out of
getting it.
pocket.
He already going over the
I,
board when he talking to Jordan. But within the next five, like this boy, man, this
right.
boy.
I think that may be a little too far, Q. I think
It
that
might
might
be,
be a
it
little too
might be, it
far.
might be. It might be. But
Like
history
going,
is bound to
like he
repeat
already
itself at
going.
some point. It might not even be AE, but it will be another six chip winner. I don't know who it is. I'm just saying it's AE. But I do believe somebody is going to come and reduplicate that. I don't know who it's coming from.
You got somebody passing Kobe because what's Kobe's second right now as far as like the
Yeah,
games
we
we
gotta say that.
our era of
Cole got
basketball. You feel what
5.
I'm saying?
LeBron got
Yep.
4. LeBron stuck at
Yep. Kobe's
4.
second right now.
Yeah, you
So
gotta
But
say
yeah,
it. You gotta say it.
my take on the Cavs dominating is just. I mean, they played the Heat, and like I said, I don't think the Heat was better than Chicago, but they got in. They killed Chicago. So I mean, it was they did what they had to do. That's what I'm gonna
Right.
say. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
To
I
uphold their
like that.
integrity, the Miami Heat integrity. I mean, they did enough. They did
Right.
enough to say at least we made the playoffs.
Into playoffs, right? Got punched
Yeah.
on though. The largest margin of victory for any series in NBA history. What the fuck, Miami?
Andrew
Yeah,
Come
that's
Wiggins,
on,
crazy.
bro.
what did you get out of that Golden State um um uh finals?
Experience?
Like come
A
on, bro.
ring. That's it. And the payday.
Right.
I
Come
think he
on,
got
man.
paid that off season too.
You don't get
That
no
dude Triple
sweat.
J never showed up, yo. I don't know if he was battling injuries all year. He just wasn't the same Triple J from last season. He wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all follow him like that, but last year he was putting up some quality numbers, but this year, like I said, I don't know if he was battling injuries. He just disappeared. I don't know what happened to him.
Bam Adebayo, you
Yeah.
was on the Olympic team. What happened? You supposed to be averaging
Another
25 and
one.
2. What the
Right.
fuck? Like, come on, man.
I think when Jimmy Butler left, that did something to him that he just never came out and talked about. Jimmy Butler
Facts.
was the soul of that
I mean,
team, man.
according to them, they were saying he was messing up the chemistry. What
Also,
chemistry?
so we got reports that's what I'm saying. We got reports that
Yeah, yeah, they wanted them. They
Adebayo and
wanted them
Jimmy
to
was
choose
having
Jimmy.
friction.
Yeah, they wanted them to
I
choose
heard it was
Jimmy.
Jimmy and Hero. I heard it was Jimmy
Right,
Hero,
right,
but I ain't know Adebayo
right.
had nothing to do with that. Damn, that's crazy.
Who had
I
something
ain't
to
know that,
do with it?
Ryan. I ain't know that. All right,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. I want to call him
it's
a
They all
bum.
started
Adebayo
saying
then.
stuff after a while.
I want to call him a bum, but I ain't gonna call him a bum. You know what I'm saying? But Like, come on, bro. Come on. You better. It's not like you've never been in this position before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even,
Yeah,
yeah,
even without Jimmy Butler or with Jimmy Butler, bro, you have to show up.
yep. That
So
was
the
utter
Cavs did what they had
domination.
to do. Yeah, total domination. The Cavs did what they had to do. Get these bums out of here.
that's it. Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Yep. And that's the thing, though, man. When I look at it, like I don't think we're underrating the Cavs. I just want to give them some props. But I mean, like Ron said, you also got to do put the caveat on it of that's the that's the motherfucking Heat. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They probably would have lost in 5 games to the motherfucking to the Magic. You feel what I'm saying? So in blowout fashion. You feel what I'm saying? So they not a good team. They not a competitive team right now. But as far as like the Cavs being the ones that can actually be the team that topples the Celtics, I think they probably do pose the biggest threat right now, and they gonna match the threes. Then you think about CJ Mosley and Jared Allen being down low. They got the length to compete with them. Then they got the 2 guards. So they got a 5 that's nice and that's sturdy that can stand up to them. But like you said, it's about when you start hitting that bench. You got Pritchard coming off. Then you got Al Horford. It's a lot that you're dealing with in waves from the Celtics. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
And then
Shout out to the Cavs, but they clearly still too.
and then Darius Garland didn't even play the last 2 games. Like,
Yep.
come on, man.
Yep.
Come on, man. Come
Yeah.
on.
Miami
Come
was
on, dog.
fucking
Come on.
after he said, yeah, we just go at Tyler Hero. You know what I'm saying? He said on defense, yeah, we just go after Tyler. You know what I mean? Go
Come
after
on,
Hero.
man.
You know what I'm saying? That's a
Come
bad
on.
joint, man. Bad joint for the for Heat culture. Bad joint.
Not the
Let's get
Heat.
over to let's get over to our predictions for the only game that's coming on tonight. That's the uh Houston Rockets at the Golden State Warriors. What y'all predicting and what y'all seeing in that game? Is the Warriors closing it out tonight?
Yeah, man. I know I said a lot of craziness on behalf of the Warriors, talking about. I mean, on behalf of the Wolves, trying to disrespect the Warriors. But no, no, I ain't stupid, y'all. I'm going Warriors to close it out tonight. But I will say this though, it ain't no Game 7 miracles. If they don't win this one, Houston gonna win Game 7. I'm going go right out there and say it. But I do got
Okay,
the
I like
Warriors.
that.
I do
I
got the
like
Must
Warriors
that.
win for the
closing out
Warriors
tonight,
then.
and
Right.
expect
Must
a
win for
big
both
game
teams.
from expect a big game from Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry to close it out tonight. At least
I like
five
that.
threes from Curry and at least 25 from Butler. That's how they going. That's what they gonna have to do to win. Butler, you gotta score 25 points a night, dog.
Yeah,
I want you to flirt with a triple double. Jimmy Butler should be flirting with a triple double tonight. He
I
might
like
not get
that.
it,
Okay.
but he should be
I
flirting
like
with it.
that.
Right.
I
I
like
like
that.
that.
I
I
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Dubs. You mean, I'm, I want to see this Curry and AE showdown.
Me
I would
too.
love to see it. But they gotta get the job done tonight. Like, I agree with Quan. If they don't get this job done tonight, they might not be seeing AE. They might not be seeing AE. They might be
They might
seeing
be seeing
yeah,
LBJ in Cancun.
they
They're
might
gonna be seeing
Facts. They might be
LBJ in
linking up with
Cancun.
the. They might be having a fucking
be
old
seeing
folks reunion in
Cancun,
Cancun.
Yeah, they might be seeing Cancun. So let's go. Let's go,
35 and
Dub.
older club in Cancun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
35 and
damn.
older.
I'm with the Dubs,
Yeah,
man.
I'm rocking with my guys on all aspects. This is a must win for both teams. For the Warriors, they can't lose this game.
No.
Yeah,
Y'all know how it is. Y'all don't want to linger around. Y'all don't want to even play an extra game if y'all, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. And then I
right,
don't think y'all want to go back to Houston with that city knowing the dominance that Steph has had over this franchise. They gonna be
right,
lit like a Christmas tree for Game 7. What? You feel what I'm saying? So they don't want to go back to Houston and the Ford Center and have to go up against that team and the Houston
right,
Rockets. I'm gonna go with the Warriors. I think Steph has a good game, a great game. I think Jimmy Butler replaces Klay Thompson as far as Game 6 Klay. It's gonna be Game 6 Jimmy tonight. You feel what I'm saying? I'm seeing at least, like Q said, I'm gonna say 30 and 7. You feel what I'm saying? 30 and 7. The 7, I don't know where it's gonna be, rebounds or assists, but he gonna have 30 and 7, and then he gonna fill up the stat sheet everywhere else as well. Draymond, we need a good Draymond game. I ain't gonna say the fouls and all that, but be out there grabbing them rebounds, pushing the pace. You feel what I'm saying? And matching that intensity from the Houston Rockets, because I feel like in Game 5 they just came out like a buzz. So I'm just waiting for the Warriors to make a push. I'm like, they ain't gonna just get punched on
yeah,
like this in Game 5.
yeah, right.
And
They
it was the
definitely,
fucking full backups that made a push. I'm like, come on,
yeah,
bro.
right.
Come on,
Right,
bro. Eamon Thompson
right.
out there taking fucking Steph cookies every time. I'm like, come on,
They
bro. What
serious.
you
They
doing, dog? You
serious.
on?
They
Yeah, he
serious. The
definitely
twins is
serious. That's some shit
serious.
Eamon do. You feel what I'm saying? But still, get in your bag, Steph. Stop fucking playing, man. You feel what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna come out with a urgency and intensity. And you got Jimmy Butler. They gonna come out. They ain't gonna drop this game because they know they don't want to go back to
Right.
Houston. You feel what I'm
No,
saying?
they don't want to go back to Houston.
Hell no.
Uh,
Feel what I'm saying?
the next trip is
What
Minnesota. We
what
going
y'all
to
think about
Minnesota. Win one.
the fight tonight though, man? Yo, what y'all think about Ryan Garcia getting back in the ring in
Oh
Times Square? We
man,
should be there. We should be there. That joint live, you know what I'm
we
saying?
definitely
For
need some
free. And
eyes
that
on
joint
the
was free.
inside. We
That,
definitely need
And
some
that
eyes on
joint
the
was
inside.
free.
that
Real quick on the boxing tip. I looked
definitely
at
was
the
free.
card. I like the
Crazy.
whole. I like the whole
Crazy.
card. I like the whole
Yep.
card.
Yep.
Right.
I
Yeah, this is
thought.
part. This is
I
a nice
thought.
card.
I thought Ryan Garcia was
Facts.
going to have to fight Devin Haney for his first
No,
match.
they prepping this shit up for the because if they both win, they gonna had a rematch from the first fight, or
It's
the
cool how
fight
they
didn't
doing it.
happen, whatever the fuck.
No, it's cool how they doing it. I don't got no beef with how they doing it. I just feel like
Yep.
uh because with the whole steroid allegation, I feel like his first fight, if it was gonna be, it should have been with Devin Haney again. Because now what you're
Hmm.
saying is, we know you cheated, and you still not gonna
Right.
let me get now what if Rolly beat the shit out of Ryan, which he's not,
Right.
because Ryan hands
Right.
is too fast. I'm going
Fat
Right.
and
Ryan.
Rolly. I don't like Rolly. Rolly.
I don't
I
like
mean, he
Rolly.
cool,
I don't
but
like Rolly.
yeah,
Rolly gonna get punched
he.
on tonight by Ryan. And
Facts.
listen,
He ain't
and if
his
I would have been
defense
on the Mad
ass.
Mizzy Sports Show
He gonna
when
catch that
Ryan
left hook and go night night.
if I'd have been on the Mad Mizzy Sports Show when Ryan fought Dev, I would have told the world that I'm going with Ryan. But
Oh.
I do think that we got to be truthful here on the Mad Mizzy Sports Show. The steroids they was definitely in effect. I don't care. His punches could
Hmm.
have still been fast, but they might have not hurt it as much. You know what I mean?
Right.
That
Right.
night the punches was fast, and I'm sure they hurt it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Facts.
So
And he was like, "What the fuck?"
he got hands of
Yeah.
stone. He Julius Caesar Chavez all over again. This dude got hands of
Facts.
stone and shit. But Ryan Garcia though, man, it's not too many that can punch with him. Not
Nope.
punch for punch.
That
Not
left
saying that
hook
he
is a
got.
mean John.
Not saying that he
Right.
got punching power, but his speed, man, his punching speed, next level.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm going. Ryan Garcia to pull out the win against Rolly. I don't like really betting against Dev. I don't really like his style that much, but I'm going with
Me
Dev
neither.
to refocus. I'm gonna go with Dev to get a win, and then we got your man Teofimo Lopez fighting it tonight too, right?
Yep. He the first fight, I believe.
So I'm expecting him to win. So I'm expecting all three of those dudes to win. So we're gonna see, man. It's gonna be a good night of basketball and boxing,
Yep.
and we tuned in here at the Man Mizzy Sports Show. We watch it all, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. An eventful night of sports. What you expecting in that matchup, Ryan? What you think about that whole setup in general? Like I never even like because I know Q done corrected me on a lot of stuff. So like, do you ever remember anything like this though, bro? Like where it's just like an open
Not this
John,
one,
like in a major
no.
city. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Like
Teofimo
Right.
Lopez
Right.
is a
Like this.
headliner. Y'all got him on the undercard. You
right,
got
the third, he the
Right.
first fight.
and Devin
Yeah.
Haney is a co-headliner, even though Ryan Garcia go ahead the last
The
fight of
main
the
event,
night.
main event,
Yeah,
right?
but he
Yeah.
co-main it. But either way though, this fight card is lit. I'm
That's
missing
historic
Shakur.
though,
I
right?
think
Like you
Shakur need to
remember
be on the
anything like
fight card
this?
somewhere.
No.
We need
No.
Shakur.
Right,
No, I
facts.
never remembered the card like this because when you get certain
Three
boxes,
headliners, three main eventers,
yeah,
all
right,
fighting.
right, they
Yep, yep,
all three main event headliners. You know what I'm saying? So when you see
Yeah.
yep,
something like this, you like, how the fuck did they even pull this off? You know what I'm saying? So
yep,
shout out to
yep.
boxing. You know what I'm saying? This is what
Hmm.
they need to start doing. This will bring the
Facts.
viewers back to boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Hopefully
yep.
don't nobody get cheated because you know boxing. You know that shit go
Viewers gonna
left.
go through the
You
roof. Facts. I mean, as
know
far as
what
like the decisions and all that, yeah, right.
I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
But this
Especially
will
with
be
them,
good.
what we know, they pushing for that Haney Garcia fight. So if either one of them got a close joint, y'all know who they siding with. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So just be aware of that.
Right. But having it in New York, man, perfect scene. So
Beautiful.
I like
Times Square.
man, I like how they did this, man. I really appreciate that, man. I'm gonna be tuning in. Hopefully one of y'all send me a link. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
so
Facts.
so like I said, I'm with Quants, man. Everybody he said I'm with. So I like
Yep.
that. I like that.
Facts.
I
I
can't
agree
wait.
with that. I think this is a setup night. You feel what I'm saying? although it is all big names, they ain't really going up against too stiff a competition. Like we said, we
Right,
know Rolly
right.
just because of like his name, but he's not no stiff competition in
Uh,
that weight class. You feel what I'm saying? So Ryan should take care of business. Devin should take care of business, and Tiafimo should take care of business. This is amazing for boxing, and the only thing I can remember close to that was probably the Terrence Crawford fight. I believe that was outside. I think it was in Vegas, and that card was crazy when he just fought Madrimov. But other than that, like I mean, yeah, man, those dudes from those
the
Saudis,
Sheik,
man,
yeah, the dudes from
yeah,
the
this
Sheik,
yeah
yeah, the Al
they
Sheik.
working, bro. Yeah, they working, bro.
They playing matches together. They putting fights together,
Yeah.
Facts.
man. We
Facts and
can't
dope
hate.
scenes too, like in the middle of Times Square, free. Because I was
Yeah.
looking at it, shit. It was like it was literally you only had to pay $40 if you know you wanted a seat. That was the only. But if you wanted to just go in there and risk it and maybe get a seat for free, you could have just went in there for free. Like I'm like that's crazy. Times Square jumping
Yeah.
right now. Shout out New
Yeah, it
York, man.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
it
cousin
is.
was telling me about it. I was like, wait, it's free? He's like,
And the
yeah.
Knicks
Yes,
moved on to the
yes,
next
bro.
round, so you know New York popping right now.
We would have been up
Yeah.
there if I ain't had baby girl. I would have told Ron, hey, listen, get a babysitter, man. But I mean, we just had the road trip, so we wasn't going to dip right back out. You know what I'm saying? And but I would have been like, hey, Q, listen, bro. You know what I
Man,
mean? You
you
got to
ain't even
come
tell us
down.
to
I'll
watch
send
your.
you a
You ain't even
ticket or
tell us you was going
something.
to Chicago, bro. You kind of did. I'm
Oh,
like, yo.
yeah, man. I wanted to do the live when we got to Milwaukee, but we got there so late. I wanted to surprise motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Had that dope
Yeah. So
scene. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was
That
like,
Pfizer
wow, my
Forum, yeah,
man Vince
man.
really out there.
But yeah, man, we gonna be out here. Merch coming soon. That's it. I'm agreeing with all my guys. That's the episode. Enjoy the game. The game just tipped off at 0-0.
And
We appreciate y'all. Go ahead,
real
Q.
quick, I've been working on some more threads. Real quick, I want to shout out Simone with the sports. You know what I mean? She up and coming sports insider, you know what I mean? She cover a lot of sports. You know what I mean, she be on the inside, you know what I'm saying? She be covering the
Mhm.
Eagles. She always at the Eagles games. She don't just do the Eagles, she do sports all across, but she a homer, so a lot of her dealings is with, Sixers, Phillies,
Right.
Eagles type stuff. But
Hometown.
she an insider, and she and I we was talking on threads, and she was saying that she'd be willing to come on the show. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that a little bit more offline. But if we could get her to come on the show, you know what I mean? I don't want
For
to
sure.
count my age before you hedge or whatever, but I mean that is a relationship that we trying to grow with. Because if we could get her on the show, man, she doing big things, and she always got our support here on the MadMizzy Sports Show, and hopefully we got
Facts.
hers. So that's what I'm
Facts,
working on.
man.
So
Shout out
guys, if y'all
Simone,
looking
man.
to
Hopefully.
support the machine, hit up the Cash App. What up, squad? Again, if you looking to support the machine, $ What up, squad on the Cash App, and that's what it is, guys.
Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is. Enjoy the games, enjoy the fights. I'm gonna talk to my guys. We're gonna start doing some live reactions immediately after all these events and all that. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, that alert button, that like button, that share button, and comment on all the topics because we want to know what y'all thinking just as much as what we think. You dig what I'm saying? Enjoy the weekend. We be back Monday. Squad.
Squad.
It's Friday. Don't do nothing I wouldn't
there
do. Peace, man. Have a
it
good week.
is.